to make delicious ham fried rice. This is an authentic recipe that tastes so good. You're gonna need some rice. You're gonna also need some eggs, and I'm using 4 large eggs. You will need peas and carrots. Make sure you don't use the peas and carrots that come in the can. You're gonna need them to be fresh. If they're frozen, make sure you thaw them out. Okay, you're gonna need a nice sweet Vidalia onion. If you would like to put fresh green onion in there, absolutely you can. A little bit of salt and pepper. You're gonna use some sugar. We're also gonna use 1.5 tablespoons of butter. It can be salted or unsalted, with 1 tablespoon of garlic powder on top. You're gonna need a really interesting ingredient, bean sprouts, and not the kind that come out the can. You will need oyster sauce, soy sauce, and fish sauce, and some nice ham. I got a ham steak here. Make sure your hands are impeccably clean. Let's make ham fried rice that tastes good. Hope y'all are having a great day today, and if not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with this here recipe. Anybody in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you if you ever tried a ham fried rice. It's amazing. If you haven't, you're in for a treat. So we're gonna take this lovely ham steak and we wanna break it down. And what I want you to do is cut it into bite-sized pieces, not too small, not too big, right? Nobody wants to bite into a huge piece of meat, right? Okay, so we're gonna cut it this way. We're gonna try our best to make all the pieces around about the same size. Now, I have been known to put a little bit of pineapple in my ham fried rice. We're not gonna do it today, but I will have to bring that recipe to you because it's absolutely amazing. All right, I'm gonna continue to cut my ham down, and 2 of the first items that we're going to be cooking today will be our meat and our onions. We want to get a head start on cooking certain things, like our vegetables and our eggs. And once we get the ham, the onions, vegetables, and eggs nice and cooked, we'll set it aside, and then we'll begin to fry our rice, and then all the ingredients eventually will go into your rice. Go ahead and get our ham into the pan. Get a nice, lovely sear onto it. Okay, and then we'll start to cut up this nice, beautiful, sweet Vidalia onion. Keep in mind, you don't need a whole lot of onion in your recipe, just enough to make it taste good, right? So I'm just going to use a small amount. Okay, let's break our onion down. I have my pan on a medium-high heat. Okay, and the onions are going to go right in with the ham. Okay, lovely. Just this little bit will do the trick for today's recipe. There we go. Everything into the pan. Beautiful. Let's talk real quick. Now, typically when I'm making my fried rice, I'm using a little bit of chicken bouillon powder. I just didn't have any today, and since I don't have none, we'll settle for using some salt and pepper, okay? But if you have chicken bouillon powder, you're gonna put about 1 teaspoon in to really bump up the flavor. We need to talk about our rice and how to make your fried rice taste spectacular without the rice getting overcooked and turning into mush. How do you do that? Well, you're gonna take and cook up some rice either the day before or several hours ahead of time when it's time for you to cook. And what you need to do is you need to take that rice and put it into the refrigerator so it can be cold. When the rice is cold, it's always gonna cook up to perfection. It's gonna fry up lovely. But if you think you're gonna use warm rice or hot rice, it'll never turn out right, trust me. Ham has began to get a nice sear onto it, like little brown pieces are on it, that's what you're looking for. And the onions are cooked to perfection. They're nice and translucent, which is great. Okay, so what we're gonna do, put the peas and carrots in so they can begin to cook, and they may get a little char themselves, which is just fine. Just always make sure that your peas and carrots are super drained, because any extra liquid in your recipe will cause your rice to be mushy, and we're not looking for that, right? Let's let these cook for a little bit. Look at this. I could eat this just like this. Once your peas and carrots are cooked, let's go ahead and take all of this mixture out. We're gonna set it onto a plate or whatever platter, and we're gonna start on our eggs. You can crack your eggs into the pan and scramble them, or you can scramble them in a bowl and then just put them into your pan or wok. Once we begin to fry up your fried rice, you're gonna want a higher temperature, so about medium high. Okay, so now let's go ahead and crack our beautiful fresh eggs right into the pan, and then we're going to begin to scramble them in such a way, making sure that we don't overcook them, keeping in mind that your eggs will continue to cook as we mix all the ingredients back into the rice, of course, right? That one didn't want to crack. Beautiful. Lovely. And then we're going to set our eggs here, and then we're going to take our rice out of the refrigerator. Don't have your rice sitting out at room temperature. Like I said, make sure it's cold. If you want your rice to turn out to perfection, keep it in the refrigerator till it's time to use it. No need to season up the eggs. The reason why is because your whole recipe has so much flavor. You don't have to do that. And keep in mind that the ham is kind of salty, so everything balances out. If you planned on using a green onion, never put it in too early. You just want to put it in as an afterthought and more of a to garnish. Okay, so what I'd like to do when I'm ready to turn the pan off, that's when I throw in my bean sprouts and my green onions. Take our perfectly cooked eggs and we're going to set it right onto this mixture. We're going to grab our rice out, make sure we have enough oil just coating the bottom of the pan so we can fry our rice. This recipe comes together so quickly, and anybody you feed it to, they love it. Just enough oil in the bottom of the pan so that we can begin to fry our rice. What you're looking for in the beginning, we're going to put the rice in, and literally the rice will begin to turn a light golden brown color, and that's awesome, right? So once you see that, the second thing that you'll see is that the rice will begin to pop up in the pan. It jumps up, it does, and that's an indication that, hey, my fried rice is almost done. Right? It really will happen if you just take the time to look at it. Okay, so we're waiting on that first golden brown color to begin to happen. In the meantime, I want you to take your rice and make sure that every piece is covered in this lovely oil. Doesn't matter what kind of cooking oil you use. I do suggest if you're using an olive oil, don't use a real heavy tasting olive oil. Can you guys hear that sizzle? I'm hoping that the microphone is helping you to hear that sizzle. That's what we're looking for. And the heat is on a medium high. Just keep on cooking it. I can see where it's beginning to turn that light golden brown color. Our rice kind of smells like popcorn. It smells lovely. You're ready to rock and roll? Let's do this. Let's put all our ingredients in. Beautiful. Look at this. When I make my fried rice, I load it with the ingredients. I don't want my family and friends to have to search for their favorite ingredients. It's going to be in there. It's going to be on your plate and you don't have to search for it. Right? Look how beautiful. I could eat the rice like this, right? But we got to add some flavor to it. Sure you do. So now what actually makes the fried rice turn brown is going to be the soy sauce that we put in. The fish sauce puts a little bit of color, and also that oyster sauce. Making sure that you don't use too much soy sauce. Now listen to me, you can use a low sodium soy sauce if you would like to, okay? So I just want to throw that out there so you know. All right, gorgeous. And there are different things that you could use if you don't want to use soy sauce or you couldn't use it, okay? There we go. Let's get this cooked around, let it cook for about 5 minutes, and then all our spices go in. And we're going to put our bean sprouts in, and lunch will be served. Quick zoom in so you all can see what everything's looking like in the pan before we add our other ingredients. Let's season it. We're going to put just a pinch of sugar, and guess what? I promise you the sugar is not to make it sweet. It just makes it taste absolutely amazing. Okay, you're going to go in with your chicken bouillon or your salt and pepper, preferably the bouillon, right? Absolutely. Let's give this a nice stir. And then when you put your soy sauce, your fish sauce, your oyster sauce in, don't ever put too much in. Because as I said, I just want to reiterate, the liquid will cause this to turn to mush. And this is liquid, but we ain't going to put too much. You're going to put just enough to give it flavor and to turn our rice brown. Just a couple times around with the soy. Fish sauce is delicious. Yes, it is. Oh my goodness, it's so delicious. That's plenty enough. All right, oyster sauce is so thick and it's luscious. Plenty enough. Yo, it smells so good in here. It smells super delicious. I can't wait for my family to get back, walk into this door, and they'll see that this is their lunch today. I'm gonna make some egg rolls for them too. Shrimp egg rolls. I know, they're spoiled. And there we have it, our perfect color fried rice. But we're not done. Don't make a mess like I just did. We're gonna take that tablespoon and a half of butter with garlic powder on it. About a tablespoon of garlic powder. And this is my little trick that I got from Hibachi. They will always do that to your rice and it makes it taste magnificent. Let's move this butter around so that it can reach every piece of rice that's in here. Here we go with your desired amount of fresh bean sprouts. I like a lot. I can take these bean sprouts right out the bag and just eat them all in one day. That's how much I love bean sprouts. But bean sprouts are not made to cook for a long period. You just cook them for a short amount of time. So at this point, our burner is completely off and we're getting ready to plate this up. Listen to me. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Tell your friends what Gina's doing in this kitchen on a daily basis. Look at this. Thank you so for this meal. Amen. I wanted to bring you in close so you all can see this rice isn't mushy and it's not sticking. Every piece of rice is individual. Look at this. Make it some. Ooh-wee. Let's taste. We gotta taste right now. I'm gonna taste right now. Take a bite. Take another bite. And take another bite. Make you some.